What's up YouTube? I'm Craig Sten, I'm co-founder of Twin Construction, and I thought I'd do a little video for tips for getting into the industry and tips for young apprentices and surviving your apprenticeship and what to do during the duration of it and what to do after it. So I first started my apprenticeship back in 2005. The way I went around to get my apprenticeship was I registered with CITB and then went and sat and done a written test to gauge your knowledge, and then I applied to several companies for an apprenticeship and then ended up getting a start with Belway Homes, and I was there for 6 months. It was good, and then I ended up falling out with the site manager and ended up going to work for my granddad and my twin brother, because he was serving his apprenticeship with my granddad. So you can go a couple of ways about it. You can either go the route I did and go for big companies to get an apprenticeship. Pros and cons. Pros, you're guaranteed wages every week. You get paid travel expenses. You have a company backing you during your apprenticeship, and there's always a chance of moving up into management through that company after your apprenticeship. One major con with doing an apprenticeship with a company who gives you an hourly rate and pays your wages is that there's no pressure on you to make your own wages. There's no pressure on you to learn. There's no pressure on you to get your speed up, get your technique down, and in other words, to become a great bricklayer. Whereas if you take the route that my brother took to start with and go in with a self-employed squad of just normal bricklayers, just sole traders, and start working under them, the pressure's on for the first day. Now, although you obviously don't get paid the same as a time-served bricklayer, the bricklayers in that squad will still see you as an investment, and as such expect return on that investment day in, day out. So you need to learn fast working in a self-employed squad. You need to not be the baby of the squad. You need to start learning what you should be doing, what you could be doing when you're running materials, how you can help other members of the squad, and how to basically work under your own initiative and know what to do at all times. So that's one or two ways you can go. Of course, I know a lot of people that do an NC in construction colleges and think that will give them a better chance to get an apprenticeship. I would say it might. I don't know a lot of people that have done an NC in construction beforehand, before getting an apprenticeship, because most people I know had family in the industry, and that's one of the biggest ways that people get into the industry. It's similar to most industries in the sense that it's who you know, not what you know. But if you're taking the company approach, like what I did initially, then doing an NC in construction and even maybe getting a little bit of experience somehow, it wouldn't hurt. It would help a lot. But even the companies that are looking for apprentices, they're not really too fussed about construction experience. They're more fussed about your actual qualifications and grades that you got from high school before you left. As such, that was the first thing that was mentioned to me when I went for my interview with Belway Homes, because it wasn't so much an interview. They'd already decided to give me the job based on the qualifications and grades that I'd achieved during my exams. But still, it wouldn't hurt to go to college beforehand. I went to college and studied something completely irrelevant to construction, and it was some of the best times ever. Everybody should go to college or go into higher education at some point in their life just to experience the lifestyle. But speaking of which, when you do an apprenticeship, you'll go to college anyway. It's different now from when I was an apprentice. We used to go to college for X amount of weeks and then go back on site for X amount of weeks, and then it would just jump between that and that and that and that and that. But now it seems like you go 2 days a week or 1 day a week or something like that. We have an apprentice on site, and he goes to college every Thursday, I think. Which makes a lot more sense to me, because if you spend 3 to 4 weeks at college away from site, by the time you get back to site you've already forgot so much of what you need to know and what you're going to be doing on site, because a lot of the stuff you learn at college you don't use it on site. It's a training ground, a fundamental training ground for apprentices, basically, at college. Like, you'll never build an arch on site. You're like a soldier archer, you'll never build that. You'll never use Flemish bond on site. You'll rarely use Scottish bond on site. You'll never use English bond in Scotland. And it's, but don't get me wrong, it pushes your skills. It teaches you techniques that can help elevate other low-key techniques that you'll use on site as you progress through your career. Advice for your first day on site: get ready. It can be a shock to the system, but it depends what your mindset was before you ended up becoming a bricklayer. Before I became a bricklayer, I had every intention of having an office job, so it was a shock to the system when I first went on site. But looking back, it was nowhere near as scary as what some people think. A lot of people think, oh, you have to be hard as nails to work on construction sites, and everybody's gonna like bully you, or you're gonna get punched, or like you're gonna get picked on and stuff like that. It's not really true. I wouldn't even say people do get picked on the site. You know, it's a rare thing, and if you do, it is 9 out of 10 times your own doing. If you go on site and you're socially awkward and you're arguing with people and you're just trying to like cause yourself bother, then you're gonna get bothered back. Like, I've saw people, that was all non-tradesmen, get grief on site, but it's usually because of their own social backwardness that ends up coming down. I wouldn't even say it was real bullying, it was just more getting made fun of kind of thing. Getting Peter. It's another thing, you rarely see a fight on site. So one person get punched, he did have it coming. But so your first day on site, basically you'll go on, hopefully if you're a self-employed squad, then you'll already have people there that you know, which can be an advantage. I didn't have that advantage. I went on site and I didn't know anybody, apart from the site manager who I met during the interview. And so on my first day I went on site, got inducted, then went on to the site office, I got inducted. Every site you go into, each time you change site, this is true for most companies. I say most because it's not true for all. You need to get another induction for that site, and they'll go through the health and safety and any risks apparent on the site, and where the canteen is, and toilets are, and the fire point is, and stuff like that, etc, etc. And then after that I got introduced to the tradesman that I was going to be working under. I can never mind the second names, but one was called Alec. I cannot remember. No. The other one was called Stuart. Alec was the older brickie, and he was quite a unique one, because he was like one of these people that were going to go to university and stuff like that. And the reason he didn't was because it was to make a point to his mum and dad back in the day. And like, so I met them and they were pretty cool, especially Alec, because he'd been playing guitar for 35 years. I'd only started playing guitar about 3 years prior to meeting him, so it was quite cool to meet somebody like that. And one thing I've noticed about a lot of tradesmen is they're just full of information, random, useless information that they'll never use and you'll never use, but they just know so much, and I'll never understand why that is. It can be kind of bizarre. So 9 out of 10 times it'll be the same for you. You'll go on site, you'll get your induction, and then you'll either meet your tradesman or you'll already know your tradesman if you're self-employed. And then you'll go to the dry room. It's basically just a small container, heaters, radiators, to dry off your clothes, and you keep your clothes there if you want. You can keep them in your car if you want, but better off keeping them in the dry room, that way they're nice and warm for you during the winter. And then that's the first day of the rest of your life, or the rest of your career anyway. Aye, so it's not too bad working on site, to be honest with you. You know, it can be kind of daunting for some people. Like if you suffer from any kind of anxiety before you go on site, then you'll probably, like me, be full of anxiety and terrified everybody and think everybody's out to get you for some weird reason. But after a couple of days, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, it depends on what you've already, as far as what you're going to do in your first day on site. It depends what you already know. It depends if you've been to college before you're attending site for the first day. I went to college through my apprenticeship before going on site. I was only for about 3 weeks, but I learned the basics. But still, it wasn't really enough. So my first day, I was told to get a scaffold batten. It's the floor of the scaffold, and build a wall on top of that to practice. And then I'd done that for X amount of weeks. Now, like I say, this is the problem with being with a company, because there was no pressure on them to get me building. So I didn't learn very much. So like, even after I built that little wall on the batten on the scaffold, I used to sit and watch them a lot of the time. And then eventually I started spreading more beds, watched their video to see how they do that. And after that, I started laying brick, and then it got to the point where I started learning how to build stonework. And I did learn a bit, but if I hadn't quit and went to work with my brother and my granddad, I wouldn't be the bricklayer I am today. I wouldn't have half the speed I do, or the work ethic I do. But that's that. Anyway, I'll give you some advice for surviving your apprenticeship. Apprenticeships can be hard for a multitude of reasons. They can be hard because sometimes the tradesmen can be tough to deal with. They can be angry, crabbit, just no happy at all at sight. Or they can be greedy, and that just makes it even worse for you, because if you waste a second of their time, you're going to know about it. And then there's the fact that bricklaying is a hard job. It's one of the hardest jobs in the modern world to this day. I would challenge people to find harder. I would say that being a bricklayer's labourer is harder than being a bricklayer. Because I did labour during the recession for a year, and it was the hardest job I've ever had. And then the other thing that's kind of tough about an apprenticeship is dealing with the low wages. It's a bit of a grey. Apprenticeship wages fall into a bit of a grey area as far as minimum wages go. Like I got £125 a week before tax and national insurance back when I first started my first year. But just nothing. It's nothing. Like, you leave school and you think that's going to be a fortune, but it's nothing. But what you can do to combat low wages is you can either take on weekend work. Okay, there's just take on the work that you would if you were a student, or a couple of months in, once you learn a little bit, you can take on small jobs like repointing, or you can learn how to relay slabs, which is pretty simple, or just like small jobs that not much can go wrong on. If it does go wrong, you're not going to lose a lot of money on it, and you can definitely do it yourself. And plus side for you, if you're a young apprentice, you can undercut all the real bricklayers because again, if I went to go do a job that was for a day and put in a bid of £250 for that day's work, you know, if you put in a bid for £80 and you're making £120 a week, you're going to be pretty happy with that. So you've always got that. But anyway, I'd like to backtrack to dealing with tough tradesmen. Now, as much as it was my granddad that me and my brother worked for during most of our apprenticeship, and another bricklayer, we had a really hard apprenticeship. We got shouted at day in, day out, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for years. And it's a miracle that either of us actually finished our apprenticeship, because it takes a special mindset and state of mind to survive something like that and deal with it day in, day out. You know, if that happened in an office environment or a corporate environment, you know, people would have been sacked. But you know, no matter what they say, you just need to keep reminding yourself that you are just learning, and that you're probably nowhere near as bad as what they're saying, which is true for me and my brother especially, because we commonly got mistaken for third-year apprentices, for being third-year apprentices during our first year, because we got pushed so much, which is a good thing thinking back. Just got a phone call there. But yeah, some advice for what to do after your apprenticeship. Now, this is completely up to yourself, and it depends on your ambition and what you're willing to do. So you can either just continue working with the tradesmen that you've already worked with, or if you're working with a company, you can go and find other tradesmen to work with, or you can just get yourself a labourer and work 1-in-1. When I say 1-in-1, I mean one brickie, one labourer, and that goes up. You can get 2 brickies, 1 labourer, 2-in-1, or a 3-in-1, 3 bricklayers, 1 labourer. And then you can go looking for jobs. You can either do agency work, which is normally mostly in city centres. You get decent hourly rates for that, so you know, if you're just starting, then it probably would be a good idea for you, I would definitely say. But if you have been self-employed, well, during your apprenticeship, you're probably going to stick to being self-employed, because you can get paid £20 an hour doing agency work, or you can go and be self-employed and you can make as much as you want. Depends on your speed and your skills and what you're willing to do. And then after that, well, I'll need to cover what else you can do in another video, because it can get mighty complicated after that point. But I think that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you found some decent information, and I hope it maybe stopped you from packing in if you're struggling with your apprenticeship. If you are struggling with your apprenticeship, or if you've got any questions, just comment down below, or message us on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Okay, don't be scared to get in contact. We've been doing this for 13 years and got a bit of information that I could pass on to you. But anyway, that's it for today. Craig's then, we're going to Twin Construction again, and I'll see you later.